How's it going, indie marketers? If you're looking to absolutely slaughter your competition and leave them slobbering in your digital wake, then you'll want to do a content gap analysis. What the heck is that? I'm glad you asked. A content gap analysis is when you take a look at what topics your competition is ranking for organically and compare it to what topics you're ranking for. Now, it's okay to have a little cry over the fact that they're ranking for stuff and you're not, but trust me, we've all been there. But what's important is that you use that data to your advantage and fill in the content gaps so you can start ranking for those keywords too. A content gap analysis often includes an audit of your web pages, your blog posts, social media content, landing pages, ebooks and downloads, and other content assets. This has got to be the coolest hack if you've got a brand new website struggling to get rankings, because you can quickly and easily see what topics you need to target. Now here's a quick and dirty guide on how to do a content gap analysis using the search engine journals method. Believe it or not every customer has their credit card out and is ready to buy from you. In fact, most customers are in the awareness or consideration stage when they're doing their research online. Your job is to make sure your content is mapped to your buyer's journey, so no matter what and where they are in their decision-making process, you've got them covered. The search engine journal method gets you to create content for every stage of the buyer's journey, so you're never leaving a potential customer hanging. To do this, you'll need to create content for those that are problem aware, solution aware, or at the final decision stage of their purchasing journey. The problem with this method is it creates content gaps for those that are still in the consideration stage and are looking for more information about solving their problem. So the search engine journal has broken down exactly what's needed and what you need to do to identify it as part of your funnel. That's the awareness, consideration, decision, and success. Let's take a look at them. Awareness pages are all about covering the pain point or their main problem. The info needs to address the problem and then offer the solution. Now at this stage, you're not trying to make a sale or close. You're just trying to be as helpful as possible. The consideration stage is super important. They now know they have a problem and are comparing solutions. Your job is to show them that you have the best solution by providing detailed information about your product or service. Now, this content needs to include product specs, features, benefits of using your product or service, comparisons with other products in the market, reviews and testimonials. If you want to go that one step further, you can even directly compare your product or service to the competition, which is called a roundup post. The decision stage is when they've decided on a solution and are ready to buy. This is when you need to provide content that's going to push them over the edge and help them make that final decision. This could include coupons or special offers, case studies or success stories, product reviews, free trials, guarantees, and more. Next is the success stage. This is like tying a nice neat bow on the package. The job at this stage is basically reassurance that they'll achieve the desired result or outcome. This can be a thank you page, follow-up email sequences with tutorials, manuals, and FAQs. By doing this, you are covering every aspect of the customer journey, which means they're less likely to fall through any content gaps. Can you see how this works? Next, let's actually conduct an analysis to give you an idea for your website or business. For this, we're going to do the 4 steps of conducting a content gap analysis. Picture stepping stones leading you from one stage of the buyer's journey to the other. Your job is to get them from A through to Z. Draw or write out the main questions your target audience has, their potential options, what they want before making a purchase, and which calls to action will likely make them reach out to you. The initial part of the map looks like this. They type into Google their problem. They confirm they have a problem and possible solutions. They then search for the top 10 best of those solutions. They compare the offers presented. They make a choice by downloading a free PDF, signing up for a free trial. Now, over the course of a week or two, they receive automated emails. With more understanding and trust, they are ready to make a decision and buy. Any website or business that produces content to cover that journey is likely to succeed in terms of making the sale or getting the conversion. Pretty cool, right? Next, we need to come up with content ideas that directly speak to your audience's needs at each stage of the buyer's journey. The best way to do this is by conducting market research, specifically competitor analysis and keyword research. Start by Googling some of the main questions they have at each stage of the buyer's journey. For example, how to start a blog or best WordPress plugins for SEO. When you do this, you'll get a sense of what kind of content is being produced for each stage and what topics are being covered. You can also use keyword research tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush and Ubersuggest to find out what keywords your competitors are ranking for. Now this will give you an idea of what content you need to produce to rank for those keywords. The goal here is to analyze the content on your website to ensure it lines up with your buyer journey and doesn't leave any gaps. You can do this by conducting a content audit. This is where you go through your website and make a list of all the content that exists, along with the topics covered and which stage of the buyer's journey it's targeting. If you have a small website, you can do this manually. Now if you have a larger website, you can use a tool like Screaming Frog to help you crawl your website and find all the existing content. And once you have a list of that content, start mapping it out according to the buyer's journey. This will help you see any gaps that need to be filled. In essence, this is like the process of elimination. By conducting a content gap analysis, you should have an understanding of what topics you need to produce content on. The goal here is to find out which of those topics your competitors are covering and which ones they're not. This will give you a sense of where there's potential for you to create content that ranks. In a nutshell, you should try your competitor's funnel for yourself. If you find any potential gaps in their strategy, that's an opportunity for you to fill. Again, tools like Ahrefs and SEMrush make it easy to see what content is performing well for your competitors and which topics they're covering. You should attend their webinars, download PDFs and ebooks, sign up for their email list, check out their blog, and check what content they are posting on social media. This will give you a good sense of what kind of content they're producing and how well it's performing. It will also give you an idea of where there might be potential gaps in your content strategy. Now, I won't lie, this is going to take time and patience, but it'll be worth it in the end. The vast majority of your competition focuses far too much on the bottom of the funnel and neglect the top and middle. There is a content gap at the top of the funnel that you can fill by producing content that educates and informs your audience. In the middle, you can confirm and reassure your audience that they are making the right decision by choosing to do business with you. You can do this by producing content that addresses their concerns and answers their questions. If you want to be successful with content marketing, you have to produce for every level of the buyer's journey. And by conducting a content gap analysis, you can find out where there are opportunities for you to produce content that your competition is neglecting. Do a content gap analysis today and start filling in the gaps in your content strategy. Your audience will thank you for it. Oh, and YouTube seems to think you'll be interested in this video next. Let's wait and see.